Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep. People seem to be pretty eager to see Gambler, and I thought that Gambler was not a great starting class. The abilities are powerful, but the Gambler's not actually great at fighting stuff, and it's nice to have abilities from another class to enable you to actually do combat, but I think Gambler's probably a lot better in the early going now due to the pets. You don't have to fight everything yourself. So actually, I think Gambler will be interesting as a base for this character, because it doesn't necessarily really inform us in one direction or the other. You can see the abilities mostly scale like either equally with weapon power and spirit power, or with other stuff like just your amount of health and your level. This will be interesting. And I don't think the Gambler's bonuses or passive bonuses are super great, so I wouldn't feel too bad changing from Gambler to something else later. I cannot type capital letters. Okay, fine. I would really like it if they could both be capital, you know? Okay, what do we want here? So, let's think about what's going wrong. Mostly what's going wrong is I'm taking a lot of elemental damage and dying because I think I don't have enough respect for my defenses, and also I should teleport out of stuff more often. So, what's going to help us with that? Nothing, really? Start with extra HP and gain more each level. I mean, we got kind of low a couple of times during that last run. Like, I'm not sure if this is gaining us enough HP for it to actually make a meaningful difference in the number of attacks we survive. You know what I mean? Like, it's still some kind of insurance though, like thirst quencher toughness. I just need to not blow up, basically. So this helps us have a little bit of extra burst survivability, and this gives us a little bit more wow, I cannot think of the word I want. You know what I mean. Survivability over the long term. There's a good word for that. For some reason I cannot call it to my brain. Listen, I just recorded an absolutely brutal episode of Civilization. I'm still a little rocked by it, I think. I'll tell you what, sometimes this is a humbling hobby, profession, I don't know what you want to call it. Doing a bad job in front of everybody. The worst part is recording an episode and thinking, man, I don't know if I did a very good job there. And then going, well, I could not post it. And then making the decision to post it. We're not all great at everything, and some of us aren't great at anything almost all of the time. Tossing the dice and spinning the wheel, I'm ready for the big score, and Tangledeep's got it. This is some goofy text. I make the smart bets, and there's no one luckier, but today might be my last. Yeah, today it might, that's true. Alright, let's pick up our starting rumors here. Defeat a mold-infested vermin in Jelly Grotto. A little bit of early XP. Alright, I like these ones that are just defeat this enemy. Yeah, okay. All of that stuff is... I don't have to play the game any differently at all. What am I doing? I don't have anything to give you. So, let's talk about all the cool items that we've left in here. I think I'm going to take a ranged weapon out, like a nice 224 power ranged weapon. There's no particular reason I want to be melee, right? We definitely want to pick up wild cards. I like wild cards a lot. Roll the Bones is also quite strong. I have 150 left. Actually, I want Hot Streak. Hot Streak is a great escape skill. We'll get Roll the Bones next, probably. So yeah, there's no particular reason for me to be melee. Yeah, let's take this crossbow. Or do I have a better ranged weapon? Let's see, this is pretty good. I have some spears and stuff. I do have, like, crazy magic swords. Ooh, I have this crazy ranged weapon. I'm just wondering if I want to commit to spirit power. I guess we're going to make a decision here pretty quickly, because when we start leveling up and taking stats, we got to figure out whether we want to end up physical or spirit power based. I kind of want to try Hunter. So obviously we're physical based here. I think it's weapon power mostly that matters. So quickness. Quickness will increase our weapon power with ranged weapons. Yeah, okay. Withdraw items. Swiftness, rather, is the name of the thing. I'm going to take this not that legendary swiftness item. And we should still have a melee weapon equipped because there is a significant penalty to the use of ranged weapons when you are in melee with somebody. Also, plus 20% damage to the kinds of enemies that are really annoying through the mid-game does seem like a good trait. So I guess, do I want to grab one of my melee weapons out of here too? Something that's just, like, pretty okay. I don't want to take anything that's really great. Anything that we're saving. To be perfectly honest, like, 237 damage, or 237 weapon power is pretty middling for the stuff we've got here. I guess I don't really want to take a spear out, though. I want a weapon that isn't... yeah, like, this'll do. And it makes sense for it to be a two-handed weapon, since we can't have an offhand equipped with our crossbow anyway. And I guess we'll just keep this thing in slot 3 for now, just in case we run into something that gets up on us and also is fire immune? I don't know. Alright, I think we probably should be good for the first couple of floors with this stuff. I mean, you know, we're gonna tear through the dungeon up to the first boss probably. Hey, Jelly Grotto. Something tells me that I really want to go in here. Alright, let's find his slime companion. What am I doing? I'm just like running right up on stuff like I've forgotten. This thing is made of fire. This is actually the... Hey, look, I actually found the case I was talking about. So hey, let's talk about Hot Streak. When you use Hot Streak, you kind of aim it in a general direction. You see it makes this sort of like fork shape. And then it shoots fire on all of those spaces that you were targeting. And you move along one of the 3 lines randomly chosen. There's a lot of randomly chosen here. 1, 2, 3. So actually, I can't hit him from here, right? Yeah, I need him to be 1 space closer. Well, that did an okay amount of damage. This is, very disappointing, the damage out of this ranged weapon. So we have bonus spirit, strength, energy, and stamina. We actually don't have bonus swiftness. And you can see here our cards accumulating. So if we mouse over the hand, it tells you what the current effect would be if you used wild card. Damage increases with hand size. I'm not sure what stats the wild card abilities scale with, actually. He's stuck in the mud, I guess? I don't know. I think that's why he was rooted all that time. Okay, so we have a pair now. I guess you don't have to wait for a full 5-card hand to pop the effect of a particular poker hand. You just have to have the cards that are necessary for that. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm surprised by how little damage this crossbow's doing. I was expecting, with its pretty high weapon power, to see a lot more output here. I guess our swiftness is low. Boost CT gain, critical hit damage, and bow damage. Not critical hit chance, though. Well, I do think I kind of want to pick up all this stuff and then end up in Hunter. So I think we're gonna pump Swiftness. Oh, did I level up twice? I did. Okay. As we accomplished a quest that gave XP at the same time that we killed a champion, so... That's kind of cool that we can take cover behind boxes and stuff. The enemies actually do have to fight through them. Ah, here we go. Alright. It's been a little while since I've played a ranged weapon focused character. I remember it feeling like the easiest way to play. The safest, maybe, is a better way to put that. See how well we hold out here. Man, white quality seeds. What are you doing to me, guy? So you can probably see what I'm talking about here. We're not going to be in a great deal of danger early on. It's important that I not let that engender a false sense of security. Because I can tell you right now what's going to happen. I'm going to be like, hey, I'm not even really taking any damage. Let's just take offensive stats. I can just kill things quicker. Every time we level up for the next, I don't know, 100 or so levels, and then we're going to run into one thing that has a good ranged attack, and it's going to split me in half. Right, this is a fire lizard. I'm glad I brought the non-elemental weapon, actually. So I just need to remember that my defensive stats cannot just be completely ignored. Alright, well there's... Oh! We just found Dungeon Digest laying on the ground, an incredibly dense annotated book full of facts and knowledge about Tangledeep. Grants the Keen Eyes perk, revealing extra information when exploring new floors, plus 10% spirit power, plus 12% elemental damage. Well, that's handy. We can't use an offhand. I guess we'll bank it? Really more of a spirit power focused character sort of item. I had a brief moment there. This is embarrassing, but I'm going to admit it. I was standing on the stairs there, right? I mouse over myself, and it says, stairs to Applewood Grove, comma, SB, because those are the two things that are on that tile. And for a second there, I thought, that was weird that it's just, like, directly addressing me. This is why, when I fall silent for several seconds, these are the things that I am not saying out loud. Okay, well, we definitely have enough gold now between the gold we actually have on hand and sellable items to go and get a pet. I guess I was trying to build up that the Guardian Flyer thing, wasn't I? I still don't know if that thing has actual attacks. It might just fly around and heal you, which I wouldn't, you know, it's not the end of the world. I guess with us being a ranged character, it's going to be a little bit harder to keep the pet alive. Obviously, that won't be an issue this high up, or this low down, I suppose, in the dungeon. But it is something to think about for later. You know what I need? I need one of those rock guys. Okay, hold on. Before we go in here, I would like to go get a pet. We should also probably pick up a couple of abilities. Confuse nearby enemies. Gain a bunch of health, but then have to pay it back with interest. Blow up. Blowing up is fun. That's a fun ability. Let's definitely take Roll the Bones, and I guess we'll grab Double Down as well, since we have the JP for it. Okay, garlic and milk and all kinds of stuff. How's our grove looking? Okay, our other high-quality tree hasn't grown out all the way yet. I'm curious if it'll have the same graphic, basically. Get them all lined up. It's like it's school photo day or something. Okay, how far are you from coming out with me? Like a level and a half? Well, I found you a bag of grain. I know how you feel about that. And then I think we determined that all of this stuff is not particularly... Oh yeah, that's right. It likes milk too. Well, we got it up to level 7. Okay, I'm going to give it both of these pumpkins and all these carrots, and then... Oh, no, it doesn't like carrots. I knew that. We're just going to give it apples until it's level 8, and then we'll bring it out with us, because I'm curious. There we go. You got us some jump boots. Where did you even find boots? Well, I mean, whatever. I suppose these are better than a pebble pouch, because I do not need the ability to throw rocks with this absolutely wicked crossbow. This one gives energy. We should probably... I guess I should keep a totally non-elemental weapon as well. There we go. Okay, now we're all set. What I really should get is an elemental ranged weapon, so that I have something for enemies that are physical immune. Well, something to think about. We've got some lucky hide armor. I think I would rather have arrow dampening hide armor. Okay. Alright, this thing has a crazy amount of health. We should try to get it to breed with another monster. I wonder if... I know that they seem to breed into the type of one of the parents, but I wonder if they can cross over any abilities. Like, could we get the Healy Beam that these things do on another monster type through breeding? That would be awfully useful. Destroy some fungal toad or whatever. I'll take it. Go back to Jelly Grotto and punch a ruthless mold-infested vermin. Yeah, fine. I'll do that. Alright, we don't have anything of terrible import to do here in town. We should probably just keep pushing on through the dungeon. I do have to go back to Jelly Grotto, though. Don't let me forget. I am expecting you guys to yell at me. Stop it. Okay, it does just attack. So it looks like Robo Thing only heals itself? Still, that's not bad. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw what was just happening there. I had the sword equipped, but I was clicking on the enemy far away, and it was swapping to the crossbow, shooting the enemy, and then swapping back to my equipped item. What wonderful functionality. That is exactly the kind of thing that you always want things to be smart enough to do, and that they almost never are. So it looks like he only heals himself. Well, he'll tank for us to some degree. Please stop doing that. Alright, let's play our wild cards, because I don't know what I'm waiting for here. 20% chance increased chance to crit. That's pretty good. That's a shame. I'm pretty sure they do heal other monsters when you encounter them as monsters, but I can understand why they wouldn't want to give it the ability to heal the character. That would be awfully powerful. What do I have here? Just a high card. Alright, it doesn't really have a lot of range. Stop up here and high card this guy. Let's give it a little test. It did 76. Yeah, it's alright. It's better than we're doing with any single attack. I'll say that. Wow! That was a lot of damage. Hey, Robo Thing, you maybe want to throw some of that Meta Ray this way? Alright, I gotta start actually eating food. Okay. Well, I think he killed that, quill thing that was up there, at least. So he should be, at the very least, a good distraction. Okay, Iron Claws, that's fine. Man. Having an ability that can sometimes increase your chance to crit by 20% would be awfully good on a claw fighter. I'm one space out of range for wild cards, right? Alright. Let's move in a little bit. Oh no, what am I thinking? For high card, I meant. But high card isn't what I had saved up. So I suppose, really, what I should be doing is having my sword equipped all the time, so that I don't accidentally attack in melee range with the crossbow, because it'll just use my crossbow whenever I attack from out of range. Let's try doing it that way. Let's see if it actually works the way I think it was working. Yeah. Robo Thing is considered to be very hard. Something tells me the monsters don't even check. Not even once have I seen one of these things roll a / consider. I will say that I don't totally love the way that this strategy is kind of just like filling the text box with garbage, because it does say every time I switch weapons, there's a line for each direction of the switch. How did I do that? How did I know that thing was there and not even fight it? Probably because I was trying to apologize for some other dumb thing. This is, like, it's a good strategy. It's effective. It's just gonna have to deal with the text box being a little bit less useful than I might have liked. And Nodachi is like a pretty okay sword, right? 256? Not bad loot for this early in the dungeon, actually. So if Robo Thing can occasionally deal some damage, can tank damage pretty well, and can constantly heal itself, I think that's enough to make it a pretty great pet. Yeah, this is a smart way to do things. Thank you, Tangledeep developer, for not making me manually switch weapons all the time. My plans are moving slower than I would like, but I continue to make progress as one of Duke Dirtbeak's most trusted quartermasters. He is an easy boss to please, as he is entirely incapable of reading a single entry on any of the inventory records. Simply pointing at a pile of goods and circling lines on parchment with a shiny red pen are enough to satisfy his curiosity. As such, I'm rich. I can't stop stealing from this fool. Oh, well, see, I feel kind of bad for him now that now that we know he's illiterate and everything. And he's working on it. I will say, he's somewhat less aggressive than I would like him to be. It takes him a little while to actually get into the fight. There is also an unequipping and re-equipping noise that happens every time I attack, but that part I actually find kind of pleasant. Alright, the bottom left corner is not fully explored. There could be a fountain or something down there. Oh, hey. Hey, you might actually have an item, possibly. Oh! He had 73 of my job points, he just didn't know it. Nor did I, apparently. Totally spaced. Alright, I have to go back down to get to Jelly Grotto, right? We have another Jelly Grotto quest. Our work there is never done, it seems. Close the map. Oh, there we go. I do kind of wish there was like maybe a cooldown on how often mud could root you, just that you don't have to completely avoid large patches of mud. Okay, a hide shield of toxicity is of absolutely no value to us, but I'm always happy to sell. Okay. Right, this is not a good sword for this task. There we go. Actually, 259, 256... Yeah, alright, it's slightly better to have this equipped. Suppose we probably shouldn't be walking around with this little health. Boy, it would be really, really quick to get up to the Duke's place. This dungeon is offering no resistance. Apparently he's just gonna perpetually be at full health. It's pretty great. See, they don't need us to stick to the honor system. Plenty of carrots to go around. As long as I'm the only place they need to go. You know what the worst part of that is? I don't even like them. Like, we don't use them. They just sit in my inventory. Well, I think we can probably take a couple of these. So we have a ton of job points now. Here's the most important thing. A 50-50 chance to live through fatal damage with 1 HP remaining. This is really the core of why you go Gambler. So obviously, let's go ahead and grab that. So every time I do some phenomenally stupid run-ending thing, like, you know, the stuff that you guys have seen a couple of times now, there's a chance that I'll just survive it through no skill of my own. Okay, well, we used our lucky dice. We rolled a 7, and we got greatly improved chance to dodge, parry, and block. Okay, not really what I was looking for. Alright, let's high card this guy. 86. I mean, it's something. Shoot fire everywhere. It's a good way of getting out of melee range so that I can shoot at people again. Alright, I probably should eat something. And maybe, honestly, also run my flask. There we go, that's the key. When there are dangerous enemies, back away and let the robot fight them. Alright, well I have to say, this is working out very well. This gives me high hopes for when we're actually a hunter and we have, like, real abilities. So how frequently is he healing himself? Because he's healing himself for a considerable amount of damage, right? Almost 10% of his max HP every time he does that. And it seems like he does it pretty frequently. Alright, I guess we gotta check the very, very corner down here, but nope. Okay, we're good. We're clear. I mean, there's no reason the first part of this dungeon should have to take very long anymore, right? We know what's going on. Campfire meat is great, as long as you remember to eat it. That's kind of the important part, the part I keep forgetting. I suppose even though we don't really need to spend the hands, because we're just flying through stuff, I should keep burning these until we get a really great one, and we can hold on to that for a while. So do I want to restore 3 stamina and energy per turn of flask healing, or boost my attack and defense by 10%? Probably this one. Probably defense up in situations where I felt that I have needed to flask. Alright, here we go. This is the new strategy. I never let anything touch me. Alright, I'm gonna pop this even though we have a lot of floor left to explore, because I want the enemies... Ooh, that's a good Lucid Orb. I want the enemies to get a little bit tougher so that we get more XP and JP for fighting them. I believe that's how it works. I think the way the Pandora chest works is it just ups their level, which means you would get more rewards. At least I think that's how it works. I guess I don't know for sure that the points you gain from a monster are based on its level. They might be, you know, just like static values that have been entered on a monster table somewhere. In which case, upgrading its level actually wouldn't have any effect. Away from me. Fight the robot. What he's here for. I mean, this is working pretty well. He's not able to directly heal me, but he is indirectly healing me very effectively. Indirectly and preemptively. I don't think we're quite ready to go up to the next floor yet. So we're probably not too far off of switching jobs already, right? We have 4 abilities left. I do like this one. So, whenever you eat, there's a 1 in 3 chance that you will not get full and can just jam more food into your face. That can be a lifesaver sometimes. Blood Debts is also very powerful. In theory, it should be difficult for me to die. And that's helped tremendously by the fact that one of the things that keeps me from dying isn't a button I have to remember to press. I mean, the real core of the problem, right, is that I am not, I'm not always considering every situation because you can't. You don't have enough time, right? In life, we use logical shortcuts all the time. We see situations that feel similar to other situations we've already experienced, and we shortcut the... What is this thing doing? It's like dashing after me and just not actually hitting me very much. It's just staying on me and making it so I can't shoot at him. Anyway, you know, you use shortcut logic all the time. You don't need to 100% consider every situation. The problem is I do it too much. I shortcut situations that I don't actually have a good answer for. But recognizing that I do it is the first step toward not always doing it, I suppose. Wow, what a good secret area. We discovered the mystery of Donut Lake, which is my favorite Nancy Drew. Well, we are tearing through these floors. I don't really have a lot of fascinating stuff to say here. I should not be meleeing this monster of all monsters. Okay, well that was lucky that I managed to walk out of that space right as he turned it into a horrible hellscape. Probably I should, like, use some abilities or something. Okay, crit chance up. Let's roll the bones, see what we get. Alright, so this is a pretty common one. When you roll the bones and nothing particular happens, you get Hail of Darts, which sometimes really does a lot of damage. I'm not sure, like I said before, I'm not really sure if that's scaling with spirit power or what's going on with that. It might just scale with level. We're going to continue to focus on swiftness for a little while longer. I know what I said earlier, and we are going to get some defensive stats, I swear. But I want to make sure my damage output is good enough that I'm not just getting mobbed by enemies because I can't kill them. Alright, Tsukida's Den. Have we been here? Alright, are you searching for enlightenment in the wilds of Tangledeep as I am? If so, you may sit with me and muse upon the serendipity of our meeting. What do you do? Besides pursuing knowledge and self-fulfillment, I am expertly learned in celestial medicine. Can I have some? Ah, how typical! My medicine is not for those of this world. I cannot offer you any. But perhaps if you brought me some coffee, I could be persuaded to reconsider. Okay, I have the recipe for that, right? I mean, we just find it periodically. I do not have the recipe. Alright, I'm going to assume it's like Java beans and milk. How much do I want sparklies? Do I want to step in lava? Yeah, you know what? We don't really take that much damage from it. A banana bunch. And 25 gold. Well, that was not very good. That was probably not worth the effort. I guess the banana bunch might heal us enough to make that basically that we just picked up 25 gold. Alright, I suppose it's time to go say hi to the Duke. Well, you know what? We have not actually been very thorough on this floor. That looks very conspicuous. Unfortunately, we do not have a shovel. Man, what is it like to use a shovel to just dig through solid rock like that? Just be walking along and think, oh, I'm going to demolish this huge stone edifice. Wow, this thing is really dropping bombs. I guess I kind of assumed that there was a cooldown on how often explosive creatures could drop bombs, but that guy was certainly making it look like there was not. It's another thing we could actually do coming off of this build, or coming off of Gambler here. We could probably go Brigand to pick up some stuff before we end up being a hunter. I don't think we've been Brigand at all in this series, and I believe there's some stuff in there that doesn't necessarily need you to be fighting with a dagger. Alright, I think we've cleared the floor enough. It's not 100%, but there's just that one little corner left, I believe. Alright, there's no reason not to go in full health. Wait a second, wait for the fullness to wear off. And pick up Fat Chance, just in case. I don't know, it could come in handy here, maybe. Oh. Hey, man, what's up? Is your eye okay? Hey, it's not safe to travel by yourself, especially around these parts. Plus, you look pretty beat. Tell you what, I'll let you crash here if you take turns keeping watch with me. I don't need to sleep. It's not that I don't trust you. What with your weird coin flipping and your terrifying sharkness? You know, it's just that I don't need to sleep, that's all. Look at that Rube, sleeping like a babe. Let's see, I'm sure you're not going to miss this. Hey, I didn't say rest, I said cook. That's strange, I wonder where he went. And why do my pockets feel lighter than before? Wait, some of my money is missing. Hold on, there was a rest option, right? And I did not select it. In fact, I had explicitly chosen I don't need to sleep. I don't feel like that should have happened. I was awake and cooking that whole time. Ridiculous. Alright, you guys know how this goes. I'm going to yell at him about his rug. And then we are going to, I guess, just kind of wade in here, right? Like, I don't think I want to bottleneck him. And it kind of doesn't work anyway, because they don't, at least the last time, they didn't actually try to come forward through the bottleneck. And I want my pet to get over here and, like, do work. Alright, let's start throwing powers out. So we could high card. Nope, nobody's in range for high card. We could roll the bones, but only one guy's in range for that. I guess we'll just shoot at this guy again. Okay, here we go. Now we can at least hit two people with it. Oh, I got Lucky Dodger. Well, that Lady Luck effect is fine. It's just kind of a bummer that you can't tell when the thing's going to do, whether or not you're going to get an offensive effect out of it or not. Huh. I thought I tried to high card him. You know, maybe you just use it and it attacks a random enemy. Alright. Robo Thing's going to be just fine. I don't have to worry about him. I guess we'll just smash this dude with our big fire sword. Yeah, our pet could have soloed that fight. I'm pretty sure. Fairly confident. Hey, check out that bone dagger. You know, I kind of want that gem. Yeah. I guess, if I'm gonna go back to town, like, you know, I could just take the cheap heal from the turtle, so it kind of doesn't actually matter how damaged I am. I wasn't expecting it to do damage to me a second time while I was still standing on it. I kind of thought it would just be like, you know, when you actually step on a spiked space. Alright, yeah, I know, Dorito. You probably don't have to do that for every character you play. Retrieve Deep Lake's gem. Aaron Edrignola in Old Amber Station owns a powerful item. Yeah, I will in fact retrieve an important thing that I lost without looking at what it was. Alright, kill a vicious fungal toad on the 7th floor without using your flask. That's a very significant reward. Okay, so we'll go up to the 7th floor, we'll go up to the fungal caves, kill that guy, come back down, and then go into the amber whatever. Also, there's an unusual hardy carrot-loving Goliath beetle in Old Amber Station. Okay, well, I don't really have much other use for the carrots, so... Alright, I don't think we have too much to do in town here. Yes, I found the rose petals. In fact, I've already used them to breed. She seems to be a little confused. Also, our flowering spice bark is giving us a bunch of them. Yeah, we should definitely try to do some monster breeding here on this run. For now, though, I want to get these rumors done before I forget and use my flask, because that is definitely the kind of thing I would do. And I've already forgotten which way I'm going first. It's fungal caves, right? Yeah. 1,500 gold, too. I was just looking at the XP and JP, but that's significant. Alright. Do not flask. Must remember, do not flask. I don't actually have any idea what kind of monster we're looking for here. Although, that guy is definitely part of one of our quests. Well, I'm gonna roll the bones here. Okay, ice darts. That did pretty good damage. I think our pet's off paying attention to that thing, whatever it is. I'm really not doing that much damage here. I'm gonna try to step out of the Blade Master effect, swap the pet in, hopefully he'll... Nope. Not interested in staying in and getting that thing's attention. Well, that's annoying. If I take at least 10% of my max health in the next 3 turns, I'll explode. I'm not going to probably take that much. This thing's not beating me up very much. It's sort of a gentle tickling more than a beating. Alright, you. The real problem is his healing. Maybe I underestimated the amount of damage he's doing. Let's hot streak out of here. Nope, he just followed me perfectly. That's annoying. We're actually taking a lot of damage, and I'm trying not to use my flask here, but I'm full. I really, really, really don't want to fail this quest. We could pop blood debts. Yeah, that's probably fine. Sharp eyes myself, and then we will kill this guy. Okay. Good. What was my other rumor? There was another one. Oh no, they're both in Old Amber Station now. Okay. We picked up Spectacles of Cleverness. I think those are actually good for us. Guile, Swiftness, and Guile. And Guile and Swiftness. Beats the heck out of a white hood. But then, hey, doesn't everything. And a crit chance ring, I should probably, like, put this on instead of my terrible jump boots. We found a woodland jerking of challenges and sheltering. Chance to root attacking enemies is nice because we actually are moving away from stuff now. Minus damage from champion attacks, which is probably better than arrow dampening. Yeah, I'm just kind of, like, flying through this, but I should be paying more attention because we're picking up some pretty great stuff. Also, I no longer need to watch my flask usage, so let's go ahead and flask. Stupid robot can't figure out how to point its Healy beam at me. It seems like it shouldn't be too hard. Alright, I'm very eager to see what that gem actually is. I actually kind of like it when they just chase me and ignore the robot. Seems to be working out quite well. Oh, that's the carrot guy. I did not burn all my carrots, right? Oh, maybe I did. Oh, no. Okay, no. We have 13, in fact. That's right. I've been to the carrot patch recently. Stop running away. I can't give you food if you're over there. Okay. Its bizarre desires satisfied. Hardy carrot-loving Goliath beetle vanishes into thin air. Expedition Day 15. Running low on supplies, almost out of food. Starving. I tried cooking this juicy-looking vine by boiling it in a pot. Big mistake. Turns out it was a floriconda all coiled up. I thought it was going to get the best of me, but I whacked it into submission with my trusty ladle. Turns out floriconda doesn't taste too good. Not worth the effort. Sous vide, that's cute. Okay, yeah, I believe that. I would not try to eat a floriconda. Okay. 2 knives, I mean... yeah, we're not going to take that much damage. That was probably worth the amount of money we're going to make from selling these. Alright, we're not going anywhere until we find the guy who has our gem. He's got to be around here somewhere. Billy Starr. That could be right. I actually do not remember at all. No, he's got a skull, but he doesn't have the little "this is a quest target" symbol above his head. Well, all we have here is a high card. I don't really want to move in toward him to fight him. It's a turn where I'm not dealing damage and he is. Okay. We gotta start considering our discipline, probably. We're doing alright damage. Yeah, I'll start building up defensive stats. We'll see how things feel. I do feel like the damage is getting pretty alright. I think I hit that beetle for over 100. I use a crit, but still. Yeah, Old Amber Station, 7th floor. Where is this guy? The mighty Pulpo. He's physical resistant. What am I doing? Let's get over there and just hack him up with this claymore. Oh hey, there's that guy. Also, I am in the crap here. Okay, got lucky. 1 in 3 chance of that taking me in the right direction. It worked out. We've rolled the beans. They're all... beans? Bones. We've rolled the bones, and they're all cursed. I guess all it did was confuse them. That's not really that great. And yeah, I do not seem to be able to actually target the high card effect. It just kind of goes where it wants to go. Man, this is crappy. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm not really doing any damage to him because my ranged attack is physical. My pet is probably also just doing physical damage on the attack. Well, I should probably endeavor to move out of the gas. Okay. He is also physical resistant. Well, as soon as he's no longer in a cloud of horrible gases, we'll go over there and do something about it. Okay. .33% fire resist. Move through deadly void with no penalty. Gain charge time while moving in water. Plus 25% water damage, plus 25% damage and defense while in water, plus 6 core stats. That's very interesting. If we had a water elemental weapon, and we probably do in the chest, I have to go look. And I am so tired of stink clouds. We gotta just, like, buy some nose plugs. And there's no way for me to tell my pet not to just stand in the spinning blades effect. Alright, I think this run's going pretty well. It's the easy part, but Even easy part relative, I feel like it's going pretty well. Alright, let's get... Actually, why don't we go back to town? Rather than spending any more job points on gambler stuff, you know, the remaining stuff is fine, not great. Let's see what old Dorito here has for us in the terms of bow mastery. First mastery is jumping shot. Use it to leap to a nearby tile, firing an arrow at the same time. It's a random enemy, but move while shooting is awfully valuable when I don't want to be next to anybody. I think that was probably worthwhile. We also have a ton of items now. So I don't think this is great. This does water damage. And ranged weapons that do water damage are potentially really great for us. It's like 25% extra water damage, so even though this thing is considerably below our current weapon's power, it might be a big upgrade. What else do we have here? A Buldirk, I don't see any use for that. We need this or these. This is... Hold on, it says bows. Does this count? Yeah, this is a bow class weapon, even though it's a crossbow. So actually, plus 2 CT when attacking with bows. It's interesting. Plus 4% ranged attack damage is also a nice trait. Do I like that better than 7 swiftness and 17 guile, though? It's a shame it doesn't have any points of stats on it. Plus 4% ranged attack damage is... plus ranged attack damage is great. 4%'s awfully low. Yeah, I honestly don't know if this is an improvement. Also, we're definitely equipping this. Yeah, okay. So if I'm going to try this thing out, what am I going to equip it over, I guess, is the question. Because that's going to probably mean that we're definitely not using this. Crit chance is awfully good. I guess we'll go over the spectacles. 5% chance to crit. Feels like a lot. What's the conversion of guile to crit chance? Do we have any idea here? 39 guile makes 5.5 critical chance? Yeah, I think this is a good way to go. Okay. So, let's get down there and try out our slingshot. Let's experiment with this a little bit. I guess I'm going to grab the cheap heal while we're here. Just because I think there's a pretty good chance we won't need it. Beyond that, we should also probably be buying food. But you know what? I think I have a couple of Butler's Bells in my inventory that I have not used. I thought he didn't like carrots. Just diving all over him. Making a fool out of himself. Kind of hoping that we would get some chocolate, or some coffee, rather, out of one of these. Nope, no such luck. He didn't have any, nor did he have any Java beans. Yeah, I guess there's not really anything we can do about that. I gotta try to remember that she is down there wanting coffee, because I would love to deliver some to her and see what this celestial medicine is actually all about. Oh, Java beans. Alright, cool. So let's try to figure this out. Do I have any milk on me, actually? Alright, not you. Well, actually, we should check and see if there are new rumors. There are. Go into the Kraken mine to immediately get 400 gold. Easy enough. Wow. Okay. So if we can get to this monster on the 8th floor, we will get 350 job points. Pretty restrictive number of steps that we're confined to, but it seems awfully good. Alright, what do you think? Java, milk. People like milk in their coffee, right? That's a thing. Okay, that was good enough. Cool. Alright, I was gonna call the episode, but now... First of all, I want to get this quest done so that I don't forget about it, and secondly... I want to see what we get out of giving this coffee to her. So unfortunately, we're going to have to take a whole bunch of steps to get back to the stairs. This is the real staircase, right? Looks like we're probably going to be able to go up this way more easily. And I'm just going to ignore him. We're going to just boogie for the stairs. Okay. There's no guarantee that we're even going to find this guy in time, but we're going to try. Bullet the Snake. That's a pretty good name for a bad guy. It'll be even cooler if he's not actually a snake. This alchemist is smart. Okay, so that was 85 damage straight up, non-crit. I mean, I'm standing in water, I guess, so that's... It seems like a good weapon. Nathan Black? You're not the guy. Ow. I do like the fact that with this pet, I feel like I can just kind of, like, outrun people's damage. We don't have to play smart, we can just use brute force. I guess with more than one weapon equipped, I probably do have to, like, be manually switching, especially since the weapon I actually want to use is the lower attack power one. Okay, we still have a ton of steps left. I can't tell if this is a real room up here or not. Okay, well, I appreciate a secret area that has a back door. There we go. Bullet the Snake, the Electrified Avenger. This guy is my hero. So we're hitting for, like, in the 60s pretty reliably, and then if I switch to this thing... Yeah, it seems like the damage of the Slingshot of Ice is a little bit better. Okay, I don't know how he didn't figure out at some point during that he was going to have to do something other than stand still and shoot garbage at me. But hey, that was a pretty good pull. Where are we at, JP now? Or JP-wise now? 727, okay. Let's go back to town and see what the next thing in the Path of Bow Mastery is, because I think we might just grab it. Armed with this technique, you'll deal extra damage to monsters who have no nearby allies. Yeah, alright. A passive that sometimes just makes me deal more damage? Seems okay to me. Alright, so once you've found a side area, you can go in the, Oh, I was hoping that it would appear here. Like, when I had found the casino, that was how I was getting back to the casino, was you could just step in there. Wait, how do I go back down from here? Nothing really looks like a staircase. Here we go, here we go. Shoot, I don't remember what floor that was on. I wonder who he had make those signs for him. And how he knows that they, you know, didn't do it wrong. Make it say something else just to make fun of him. Alright, here we go. Ah, you've brought me some coffee. This world does have its charms, I must admit. Thank you, traveler. Naturally, I will give you a vial of my medicinal elixir. Use it wisely. Oh, she traded us elixir. I mean, that's not a bad... I sounded disappointed there. It just fills all your bars and clears all your negative effects. It's not a bad thing. It's just something I'd seen before. Less cool than I was hoping. Yeah, take me back to town. Okay, well, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're still enjoying the series. I think we have a strong start here to this character. Let me know in the comments below if you have feelings about whether we should try to, like, go into a brigand thing and then go hunter, or maybe just go hunter and try to use, I don't know, fill up on hunter stuff and then use our extra job points for healing or something? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll see you next time.